I'm live and I'm waiting for my friend Sandra to join us. Sandra, are you coming? This is a practice run for us to do a collaboration. Let's see if she can click. It's our first time. Hopefully nobody will be here. You're somewhat here. Can I don't even know how to do this. Hang on. I sent her a link. This is very interesting. So Sandra and I, we want to go live together. So if anybody's watching this, I'm a very boring person. And I see, Sandra, that you're here somewhat. And I see one person and one thumbs up. And I'm in my laundry room. So Sandra, if you can hear me and you can't connect, I'm going to hang up and we can try it again. Oh my gosh, somebody else is on. Oh my gosh, there's more people here. So this is the first time that Sandra James and I are trying to go live, and I invited her as a guest, and she's not here yet. And Sandra, we have a number of people who are here with me rambling in my laundry room. Oh my gosh. But it's so good to see everybody. I'm not hanging up, but I'm so glad to see everybody. So everybody, we're getting some bad storms coming this weekend. We're not going to be affected, I don't think, other than some ice. I hope everybody stays safe and has gone to the grocery store and will have gas in their car. Sandra, I have not hung up. So Sandra is my friend. I am in the chat, but I don't know why I'm not on with you. I don't know why either. So if anybody's watching and can help us out with this would be fantastic. Sandra's chat is working. Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm glad you guys are perfected. You guys are ready. Sandra, so I'm so glad to see everybody, but I'm not sure how to, I'm not hanging up, and I don't know why you're not on with me because we just did it a second ago. Tennessee, do you know how to do this? Yeah, Tennessee, you've had a hard time, but it's beautiful. What part of Tennessee do you live in? I live outside of New Orleans. Oh my gosh, it shows there's 12 people. Hi, Christina. Christina, the tech guru. My friend Sandra and I are trying to figure out how to do a side by side so we can go live together. We're both cancer survivors, and we were going to, oh no, there's more people. And she's not coming up on the screen with me, and I sent her the link. And we are really trying hard as beginners, and we don't know what to do. But Chris, I love your channel, and Sandra and I are both cancer survivors. We both have stories and journeys, and we were just going to do a practice run on this, and it doesn't seem that it's working. Sandra lives in California, and I'm in Louisiana. I'm not sure, but I'm not the tech guru. Look, I've learned a lot watching your channel, and I have a whole new respect and a whole new attitudes towards everything. I'm on my phone, and I sent her a link, jumped off my phone onto the computer. Maybe the link should go. I sent it, Sandra, I sent it to your phone number. I sent it to your phone number. So Sandra has, I want her to tell her story, but she has had cancer. She's had colorectal cancer, and she has an ostomy, and she has her own channel. And she educates and teaches people about the ostomy process and cleaning it and, things that happen with our body. Um, my first cancer was at 32. I had ovarian cancer and I couldn't have children. I think I'm on my sixth journey. Oh my goodness. Email, I did, oh, do it on the laptop. Oh my gosh, there's 24 people. You guys, Sandra's not with me. So you can probably need to email her the link and do that on your desktop or laptop. Hi, Vino. Um, Sandra, are you having any luck? We've got people. Krista, did you put your house up on the market yet? And how are all the repairs going? Yeah, I sent a message out early. I sent it to Karen's group and to another group. Okay, Sandra. I sent a couple messages out, and I've been binging on all kinds of tech people, and I hate to say it, but I've used ChatGPT to see if I can figure it out and how to work it. I don't want to go into those big groups. Sandra and I both want authentic people, and next one's, oh, good. Okay, good. So I know you're a long ways from your family because we're kind of homesteaders too, outside of New Orleans. Um, so it's going to be a big change for you. But like you said in one of your videos, that you're going to be closer to your family, which I think is good. Hi, booby goats. I see you in the morning with all of your kids. Oh my gosh. Hi, local reviewer. This is so lovely, but this is a practice run, and we have people coming on here. Um, so I guess I was on with Phil with What's Up Boomer on Friday night, and there were a group of four of us, and there was an expert in AI. And they said that if we don't get on board, it's, Chat GPT or Gemini or Claude, and I'm a paid member of Claude, we're going to be left behind. But I know we're practicing. Thank you for being part of this. As I sit in my laundry room, I would turn it around, but I've got pictures of my dogs and my animals and chickens. Um, but they said that yeah, it's a lot. Are you going to sell your house furnished and everything, or are you going to get a moving truck and move across country? Because I've been up there. Yeah, oh my gosh, it's been like 30 years ago. I went up there for business. I worked for a company called Toledo Scales, and we had a lot of people up there. But you used okay, for over a year. So then are you a paid member of ChatGPT, or did you just get the free version? Yeah, so there's kind of mixed messages. Chris is the guy who was in the forum with us. Yeah, there you go. Donating it, sell it. Yeah, just keep it simple. We need to simplify our life. Yeah, the free version. I've tried doing that and it'll time out after maybe 5 questions or something like that. But this expert, he's an expert and he teaches a lot of baby boomers or, older people how to use Chat GPT, which I don't know how really to use. But really, they know everything about us anyhow. But the problem, he said, hey, Rudy, how are you? Oh, no, this is terrible. If I could turn this um, Chat GPT times out. Sandra, you can see and hear me, but you don't know why you're not here. Anyway, this is a trial and error. We're practicing to learn, so don't worry. Gosh, guys, this is just me, and this was not planned. Um, oh, I didn't know that about YouTube Create app. But they said, Chris, who's an expert, especially with baby boomers or older people, said that once all of the AIs connect, they start communicating and they create their own language. And in fact, it can be used against people if you're not careful. So we train AI to kind of be our backup. Have you guys heard anything about that? Hi, traveling Whitcombs. You just have to repeat yourself more. Yeah, and they said that you have to hone it down very specifically. They probably had me on the forum because I don't know what the heck I'm doing with AI and or YouTube other than I'm enjoying it and I like sharing my stories. Little, not a lot. Okay. Um, yeah, I guess, my reason for subscribing and, I'm a paid person for Claude is that we still own a business and I thought, oh gosh, I might be able to use it for the business, for different things that we do. But it's a service business. So I'm playing around with it and I thought, if I learn and understand YouTube, I could go live with one of our technicians and teach people how to repair commercial food equipment or business that we're in. Um, see, your kids say AI is evil. Well, the Bible, the book of Revelations, they talk about end times and they talk about technology is going to be increased to and fro. So that's my reluctance. Um, yeah. Um, so that's what plays in my head, and again, that's probably why they asked me to be on this panel because they know I'm such a novice at everything. Descriptions are figuring out good titles. Oh, I've never even thought about that for titles for your videos. Yeah, but Krista, you are so good at all of this, and I loved your interview with Karen, by the way. Um, Sandra, please. Come on. AI can be evil, but beneficial to a lot. Yeah. So I listened, and in fact, it was the craziest thing because after the podcast, or after the video, the conversation we had, that's true. I mean, God gave us a brain to use. But after we had our conversation on Friday night, I've been off of YouTube for a couple weeks. I'm trying to kind of collect my thoughts and that Granny was a baddie back in the 80s. Well, these pictures are Amish. I'm from Ohio, and it was one of the largest. Oh my gosh. Hi, Jesse. Jesse with the fabulous things. This is a practice for Sandra and I, and it's not working out. We're supposed to be sharing a screen. But anyhow, a random podcast popped up by Tony Robbins, and he was talking to Diaries of a CEO, and they were talking about AI, and he was talking about cars. So glad everybody's here. Um, I know this is just a disaster because I'm just chatting away about nothing. But Tony Robbins was saying that he had a conversation with one of our previous presidents and said, yeah, over 30% of the jobs are going to be going away, and they're going to be the white collar jobs that are going to be going away because AI is going to do it all. So he asked one of the presidents, what are you doing to help retool people's knowledge to make sure that they're gainfully employed? And there was no plans in it for them. And so then we started talking about, and I don't know about that. I think it's a disaster because Sandra's supposed to be on here with me. But this is a way, yes, it is live on YouTube. And I did send her a link to who I'm trying to talk to, which is Sandra. And she's not been able, her name is Sandra James, Living It with Sandra James, who is also a cancer survivor, and she's got an ostomy. Um, no, I don't need it for my channel. I'm not interested. This is something, Sandra, for you and I. Um, but anyhow, so Tony Robbins is concerned about us going into universal basic income. And I brought up and said, I'm not interested in ushering in communism. If we outsource all of our jobs, then we're going to be dependent instead of independent. I prefer to be independent. That's why we live on the country, and that's why we do what we do, to always be prepared. So, with everybody who's going to be getting hit with this crazy weather, my husband and I could live completely off the grid if we needed to. And we learned that after Hurricane Katrina. I did send a link, and I thought we set it up before. Independent facts, I know. Oh my gosh, this is just embarrassing because Sandra's supposed to be here, and um, thank you for coming by. Go to bed, and I'm glad it's going on the market. Bye, Krista. Thank you for all of the help and the free information that you share on your YouTube channel. Everybody connect with her. She's amazing. You're right. You're right. We have to rely on ourselves, and we learned that through Hurricane Katrina, and that's why Bob and I, my husband and I, could live off the grid, from solar generators to canning to growing our own food. Um, Prepping, being able to be completely self-sufficient, which we can. This journey started a long time for us, but we became more serious about it after Hurricane Katrina. Um, we learned a lot from Hurricane Katrina because we do live in a rural area and nobody's going to rescue us. We had to cut our own roads and driveways and everything. We lost about 2,000 trees and they were all on the road, so we couldn't get out onto the road. So it was neighbors helping neighbors. And that's the problem. A lot of people don't neighbor anymore. And it's very important, I think, for us to get back into a sense of community, which has gone by the wayside. And I guess, one of our guys that works for us, his friend does a YouTube video every Friday night. And she has a conversation. Um, yeah, I mean, look, right? I remember the ice storm in Massachusetts. So, yep, lived in a rural area also. Look, back in I think it was 76. I'm from Ohio originally. We did school without schools because there was the gas shortage, and there was no gas, and it was all about, conserving. So we did school without schools, and we would meet at the mall once a week, get our homework, and then watch TV to get educated. And it just really, that was just a bad year. That was 1976. And I lived in the snowbelt area of Ohio. And I'm rambling, and I'm so sorry, everybody. So anyhow, that's when we became very serious about living independently. I mean, from doing laundry, to let's just say we've thought through so many things of being completely independent, and I think it's important, from having don't depend on electricity. Um, right. Local reviewer, what state do you live in now? I don't remember. I don't know. I know Booby. She homeschools all these amazing kids, Massachusetts. So we had a home in Maine. So I remember the stories of our friend, and it would just be for the summer. We'd go up there in the summer, and we heard about the winters and how bad it was, and it was like that in Ohio. Down here we worry about hurricanes, and so we really became um, independent after Katrina, with food storage, bartering items. Um, we have items to measure, weigh, cut. If let's say you are um, let's say you buy gold and silver, don't just buy it, be prepared to figure out how to use it. And if you're going to barter with it, like you could barter with seeds or you could barter with food, or if you would barter with silver and gold, make sure you have something to test it with and to measure it with so you know what you are doing. Oh, what part of Ohio? I've been down here now 27 years. I grew up in Cuyahoga Falls, and then we moved down to Columbus, Westerville area, and I graduated from Ohio State, and I'm just rambling. I'm just rambling and rambling and rambling, Sandra. So if anybody, oh no, Millersville. That's near Amish country, I believe. Or it could be Marysville. I wonder if it was Marysville that you're thinking of. But I mean, the weather there is bad. But if it's in Millersburg, that's where these Amish prints came from. And this was my mom's. Oh, Dayton, Ohio. Air Force? Were you a military child? Because that was only like 45 back in the day when there was no traffic. It was only Dayton was only about 45 minutes away from where I lived in Columbus. Um, so living in a rural area is great. So tomorrow, or wait, tomorrow's Thursday. Saturday, Sunday, we're supposed to have an ice storm, and we still have a wood burning fireplace in our home. Her dad is a well-known vet in Ohio. Oh, I wonder who that is because I'm also a veteran. I served 18 years in the Navy, in reserves. I was activated for Desert Storm in 1991, and then I got out. Okay. Ah, I'll tell you, Dayton was such a great town as I remember, but I've not been to Dayton since I moved down here because when I go home to Ohio, I either go to Columbus or Akron, Cleveland, to see my friends and family. Um, Sandra, are you there? You guys, I'm so sorry about this. This is going to be the funniest video known to man, is all I have to say. Don't go back. Oh, it is. Well, okay. Stephen DeBruin? Did I say DeBruin correct? I don't know that name. I know that my godchild was the first one to get killed in the Iraq War. Um, back, I'm embarrassed to even say how many years ago. It was my cousin's son, and he was the first one. He was the first one in Ohio to get killed in the Iraq War. They shut the freeway down for the funeral procession. It was just a terrible time. But you talk about the Columbus community coming together. It was pretty amazing. So everybody, I'm so glad you're all here. But I am going to end it because Evie, hi, this is a disaster. Sandra and I are trying desperately to go live together. What about putting a link in the chat? I don't even have it. I'm on my phone, so I don't have a chat on my phone. I see everybody's chat, but I don't know how to respond. There's no way for me to respond. There's nowhere for me to respond. Evie, this is a disaster. Sandra and I, we thought we would practice to go side by side and to do a live conversation about ostomies and cancer and just life and our memories that we're making. So I don't know how to put it in the chat. So that's why I figured out how to make my screen go green. Isn't that crazy? Okay, let's see. How do we get it back? Oh no. Nope, it's not there. There we go. Difficult is an understatement. No, I need to get, let's see, there's this little button over here. Retouch on. I don't, what's a retouch on mean? There's a retouch on, but I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's doing. And then there's a camera. Oh, that means I'm off. We're doing this together, everybody. Let's see. Oh, look, my laundry. Oh no. That's what we're trying to do, is to collaborate, and it's just not working. Thank you for the hearts. I don't even see a heart. I saw them popping up. And usually if I'm on with somebody, I can hit, I'm able to hit hearts. So what is this button? Oh no, it says a short was uploaded.
What do you do?
My husband is here. You have to start the live with a collab, which I did. I'm trying to go live with my friend Sandra, and it's not working. Bob just came in. You have to start the live with a collab. So I sent a link to Sandra. So Sandra, I'm going to hang up now and I am going to get this figured out, but I know how to work the green screen and I know how to turn the camera around so y'all can see my laundry room. And with that, I'm going to bid everybody a wonderful evening. Thank you for being here. And Sandra, we're going to be texting. God bless you, everybody. I did, Evie, I did. I texted her the link. I texted it to her cell phone. Bye, Jesse. Great. It's so great to see everybody. Okay, we're going to start again and we'll figure it out. Everybody have a great evening. Bye.